Capricorn, this is you this week. You're all wound up with the craziness of your mind. It's overactive. It's almost stabbing yourself. And I need you to stop this week, especially because there's so much good stuff. And only in a Capricorn way could I have the King of Cups sitting in the base of overall reading and then sitting on top of the Queen. So two great people in the tarot, but they're conflict, okay? And it's cockamamie a little bit. So I'll say this, if there's a person in your life that is really loving and spiritual, but it's kind of bugging you and you're trying to be really loving and spiritual, just go get over to the loving and spiritual side, okay, Capricorn? Because this gal in the present is trying to be the party killer, all right? We've got so much wand activity, which is creative energy, accomplishment. I got a lot of strength. I'm coming out of a good time that is, well, not even a good time, a hard time that's leading into a good time, and now you're killing the party, right? Other people look at you as someone that's already moving on in the most fantastic, magical way. And in our hopes and fears, I've got the Ten of Cups. So you want that relationship and you want that pride and that respect that you want to have for yourself, right? And there's two key things here. Sorry. One, believe in God and the universe because that's karma. It's also Saturn to me, and that's your ruler, so it's really double favor. And self-love is sitting in the outcome card. So once we get a little dose of self-love, the King won't bother us in any way because that's where we're meant to be. The King gives more to the spirit than the material, right? And the Queen has a more of an even balance, but she can be irritated if there's too much spirit for someone giving and it's not taking up the responsibilities that she wants you to have, okay? And again, if you're doing that kind of stuff to yourself in any way, shape, or form, like just not being happy and loving and kind and in that narrative in your head, and if you're doing it to other people, definitely stop, because that's completely the opposite vibe of all this good stuff this week. Okay, so don't be the party killer, all right? She's great for legalities and business and contracts. It's fantastic, right? And if you've had some of that in the bonus card, that Six of Wands is a celebratory state for an idea that not only takes a material reality, but I come together with other people that are like-minded. It's like good friendship along with good business and camaraderie, whatever that affects you. And again, any hopes and fears you have, that Ten of Cups being there shows you you could get it on the terms that you want. And, you know, again, lots of love. So everything's good this week, so just get out of your own way, okay? Don't get cranky McGanky. Be happy, because that's how the abundance and everything that we want out of life comes to us, right? Okay, so that's a general reading. Let's get into why. I think we covered the King of Cups pretty extensively. He's a great guy. He's ethereal, unconditional. Both of them are, right? But he's, like I said, he's a little bit more, ooh, let's just go with the flow. He's like a hippie from the 60s, which is awesome. A Capricorn can really get into for a while, but then she wants to get back to practicalities, right? And that's the Queen, is that crossing thing. But because there's so much cups here, let's just flip her and let's stand next to our partner, even in our own self. Let's just be respectful, loving, and everywhere else that we can for our own mindset, but also to everyone. And that's how that brings that abundance, because again, like I said, in that third placement is the God message for me, and that's judgment. It's your ruler, karma, and you only get here if you've been through the tough times, right? Like the death card there, like new life coming in, and that's in a passing reflection, so we could definitely gladly leave that behind. But the karma, I need to get it to you, but I can't if she's blocking the gate, right? In that present sense, I've already paid a big price in the past. I've dealt with a lot of stuff, just a lot of stuff. It comes before the death card when God delivers that next landscape to us, and she's just blocking it. And again, like I said, if you got business contracts, fantastic, or law issues, but if she's just working your everyday mindset, get her out of there, okay? Because she's pouring away the emotions, see it? And that sword is stabbing us. And also, too, you're just beating yourself up for no purpose whatsoever. The present sense out of that King. And I'll say this too, because it's strength. So let's say the King is not in your eyes, or you're not being strong enough. If you're being too kind and compassionate and empathetic, you know, just stop it, because that's exactly where Capricorn's supposed to go. All right. Remember, you're half ram, so you're going to have to overcome the material, but you're also half fish. That's where you're supposed to go to the spirit. We're all supposed to go to the spirit, but especially so. And this would be a combination of you kind of breaking that stereotypical way that you have to live your life. A whole new way of doing things are on hand for you. So just get into the groove, okay? And the 8 is how other people look at you. So they already see you moving on. And what's great about the 8, it's not only a major arcana, so a lot of life lessons here, right? But I also have the ability for smarts, heart, make money. I'm creative. You got all the kit and caboodle, and that's how other people look at you. And that's a fat thing because Capricorn wants to be looked at like that. So no wonder you're getting the hopes and fears in the Ten of Cups, that outcome in something so beautiful. The respect, which it's the end numbers in the area of the minor arcana. The cups are our heart. And we come to, again, all the cups are there because of the long journey you've taken of the heart, right? And again, that's going to be the part of spiritual material that touches our heart. So don't close down the heart. Just give more of it, okay? That's how we get the abundance of the hope part of this card, right? And the real key is, aside from sitting next to Karma saying, God's got your back, trust this, Capricorn, is the Page of Cups, which is self-love, and that's in the outcome. So if you're self-loving yourself and then she's getting in there and like, almost like verbally abusing yourself is the way that this gal would operate, just stop it, because this is meant to come out, and water will always take over a sword. It just rusts the sword. The sword will disintegrate after a while. The water and the self-love stays around. And that's why you're here, Capricorn, right? Because self-love starts with ourselves, and that's how we spread it out. And there's a lot of celebration, because even in the fourth is that gut of the matter. Like 3 and 6 are celebratory states for moving on to an idea. And again, it could touch family, home, relationship, career, but it's really big stuff. So I need you to get into all the groovy, good stuff. And again, this one is just the party killer. So let's kick her out of the way. Let's go enjoy ourselves, because if you're enjoying anything of a celebratory state, even in the beginning stages or more like moved along and meeting those good people and making that happen, Capricorn, that is literally where the land that you live at your best. So let it flourish this week, because this week is a big deal. No cranky McGankies, okay? Thanks for visiting the channel.